It's a magical dreams do come true on a momentarily in the history of college football. What a perfection ending it was for the Indiana Hoosiers. I'm not a fan of IU. Still, a Longhorn till the day I die. This is from 20 years ago in 2005 season. Won their first BCS title, their fourth national championship since 1970, since the AP poll began. Wow. Historically moment. The Hoosiers. I don't know what else to describe to say this, but unbelievable. I am going to tell you the highlights right now because I'm watching the because the first half we just knew that because we saw the bloody head on Mendoza, but it was not targeting. And Mark Fletcher Jr. just run into the house and make it a 10-7 lead. Curt Cignetti on 4th and 1, the block punt. I don't want to show the video for you guys. I don't want to get my videos taken down to copyright because if it does, my video will be demonetized here on YouTube. But block touchdown in Assembly Hall in Bloomington, Indiana. They were celebrating like wildfires, craziness at like basketball is there for us, for you. 3rd and 1, 15 minutes left. The Hoosiers makes it a 3-point game. Until 4th and 5, Mendoza, a passing play first down by Charlie Beck, number 80, the tight end Charlie Beck. He caught that ball once again. Another play like it's the Big Ten title game against Ohio State. And then 4th and 5, he ran his Heisman Trophy moment, dives it and slips it in. Oh man, wow. Just ran it into the house. Well, ran it into the yard of it. Like it's a backyard football. Flag football, I should say. And then Miami was not done. Number 10, Malachi Tony scores a touchdown. 3rd and 7. 3:03 left. Again, Charlie Becker. Another clutch 3rd down. He's done it again. In that quarter. And then 51 seconds left after that field goal. 1st and 10. And the ball was intercepted on number 22. And that ends the game. Now, we're going to get to the stats for the final time of the season in 2025-26. As a Longhorns fan, next season, for Arch Manning, we're going to get that national championship run. We will. Now, first we go to head-to-head. On 1964, October 23rd, the Hoosiers of IU won by 2 touchdowns against the Canes, the U. 2 years later, October 21st, 1966. That's 2 years later before my mom was born in 68, October 6th. The Hurricanes of Miami won by a touchdown against IU. Yes. Miami wasn't that very good in football until the 80s come out. The late 70s into the 80s. 80s, 90s, it doesn't matter. The Hurricanes were just fine. My nose is itchy. They were just fine. And tonight, they won by 6. Another great season to end on college football like that. And we already know the history. IU football, Indiana football is just a great game. Just a great game, to be honest with you. Fernando Mendoza finally wake himself up in the second half. And we're ready for that football on Wikipedia. Basketball, I think you're ready to start with that because you guys have not won it since 1987. It's been a long time, especially in the national championship game. You have not been there. 2002, y'all lost to Maryland. But this time in football, it's starting to look better for you with Curt Cignetti. So here we go. The final stats of the night of the season. 27-21, the final score. The Hurricanes of Miami went perfect 16-0 of the Indiana Hoosiers because the Canes only lost twice this season to SMU on the road. Yeah, on the road. They lost by 6 in overtime. And that's 2 weeks after they lost at home against the University of Louisville by 3, October 17. Now, a perfect season for Indiana Hoosiers. They have not lost a game since that college football playoff first round against Notre Dame. Yeah, the team that's been left out this past season has now officially come to an end. Yeah, because Miami is the one that got that last spot of the at-large bid. 27-17, they lost to them. And Curt Cignetti is now 27-2 of his coaching career at the University of Indiana Hoosiers, IU. That was Curtis Roque as a quarterback last season. This season is Fernando Mendoza at Cal University. He got transferred during that offseason. And then his brother came. He's already a freshman. And that loss against Ohio State, you didn't want to know about that. So, IU, I never seen like this before, because this season never lost a game since, but only won like closely since the Big Ten title game, since December 6th and now today. 16-0, the third team in FBS/FCS. 1894, the Yale Bulldogs. 2019, North Dakota State Bisons in the FCS. And tonight, the third college football team in the FBS/FCS back in 1894 began. It was the Indiana Hoosiers. In 132 years, it's been... Sorry about that. I hate when it does that. It's been a long time coming. The IU Hoosier football is so freaking dang good. And here are the stats. Carson Beck did not score a touchdown. He fought to the end. He fought until the end of the game this season. Ever since the last game, he fought his way back and forth against Ole Miss in the Fiesta Bowl. I'm still calling it the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. The Royal Fiesta Bowl doesn't seem right to me. The VCO Fiesta Bowl, no. Go back to the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. The PlayStation Fiesta Bowl isn't that bad. Alright? The reason I'm wearing this, Tsunami Rewind Throwback will be back tomorrow. Starting 11, I gotta wake up 9 or 9:30 because I gotta do this before I go to bed. Not too soon. And yeah, it will begin at 11 through 4 p.m. 11 a.m. through 4 p.m. Over there on Blue Sky. You might want to follow me there on Blue Sky. So there's that. Team 7 will be ready to go. So, not yet. I don't want to jinx it. And I don't want to spoil it. So, Beck, 8 for 15. Ever since that Fiesta Bowl win. But tonight's not enough. But tonight, Mark Fletcher Jr. only ran for 87 yards, 12 carries, 7.2 game average per game of rushing average. Only a touchdown once. They got some help coming up, but they do need some big time help. Big time adjustments. But, oh wait, excuse me, let me refresh that. There we go. My bad. 19 out of 32, 232 passing yards. I take it all back because I had to refresh it. Excuse me. 1 touchdown and a pick. 2 touchdowns from Mark Fletcher Jr., 112 rushing yards, 17 carries, 6.6 rushing per game average. And then Malachi Toney, 10 catches, 122 receiving yards, 12.2 average. But CJ Daniel only caught 4 catches, 62 receiving yards. The U is not back. They will be back next season unless we will have a rematch from the 1990-91 Cotton Bowl, possibly. It has to be in the Orange Bowl. It has to be in the Orange Bowl. Maybe. I don't want to say more about it or jinx about it or more spoil about it. One game at a time. One season at a time. We shall see, because it depends on the college football playoff expanding later on this week. 16 or 24 teams to be more expanded. 16 teams by the SEC or 24 teams by the Big Ten because of that. 4 or more of it. So we shall see. Akeem Meister gets twice a sack. Ruben Bain Jr. gets 1. He will be in the top 5 of the 2026 NFL draft this year. He will be there. He's going to get that. But 6 tackles on Sakurab Poyser and 1 assist. But missed the field goal during that doink in the first half. It was Carter Davis on the right post. No good. No good. And don't forget that block punt. Don't forget that block punt on Dylan Joyce. Yeah, that was a touchdown for IU. And then on the Hoosier side, Fernando Mendoza saved this game. No touchdown pass. 186 passing yards on 16 out of 27 completions. And then on Mendoza, and Nowakowski only ran for a touchdown into that 1-yard rush. And then the Heisman Trophy moment, it was Mendoza. 7 rushing carries, and then -8. Not a very good stat, but still, he won this game for them, for their team. Because Keelan Black and Roman Hemby helped the team out. It's called teamwork. Chemistry wins for IU. Except on the receiving, no one scored a touchdown. Charlie Baker twice made that incredible catch for Fernando Mendoza. 4 catches, 65 receiving yards. 5 catches on Omar Cooper Jr. 71 receiving yards. Oh, very, very impressive stats. And then an interception game ending was Jamari Sharp. 5 tackles, 1 assist to end this game. But 5 tackles on D'Angelo Ponce, a sack on Aiden Fisher, only because of that. And then the field goal on Nico Ratigic, 2 for 2. There's most wins against AP top 10s. The Hoosiers have won 5. Then Miami 4, Texas and Georgia 3. I'm looking at the resume stats right now from the Big Ten Network. Hoosiers have won 5 more than the Hurricanes have 4. I mean, it's a Hoosiers team. It's an Indiana Hoosiers team. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. More like 6. Let's just put it that way. 6. Yeah, 6. It's not too bad. But here are the team stats. The Hoosiers have more total yards than the Hurricane. The Hurricanes have more total yards than the Hoosiers. That's not enough. Same with passing yards. That's not enough. Yards per play. That's not enough. The Hoosiers have more rushing yards. That's still a win. The other 3, it don't matter. Stats don't matter. It's IU's football. They know how to win games. Big time players, big time plays, and big time steps. Yes, I'm using a quote from Santana Moss out of Miami. And sorry, Santana Moss, if you're watching this, my condolences. My condolences. 20 first downs on the Hoosiers. 6 for 6 on third downs. 2 for 2 on fourth downs. Then 1 on Miami Hurricanes. To gamble, I don't know why Cignetti has had to go for it. He's going to waste another timeout if he gambles on fourth down. I'm like, why not take the points? But it's his choice. Fernando Mendoza wants to run it. He knows how to win it. But total plays on Hoosiers, they got more. Sacks allowed, it's all IU because of the Hurricanes. defense. I don't need to worry about the punts, neither the penalty yards, but 5 allowed penalties on high U and 38 yards penalty. Only the pick. Time possession. The Hoosiers have more than the Hurricanes. And now, we're going to start the recap. This is the last time I'm going to be reading to this for you guys. Makes me feel happy. Makes me feel proud to watch college football. And shout out to Lee Corso. Started off back in 1987, almost nearly 40 years ago. 1987, the first ever on College Game Day. Back in the great old times, during the headgear in the 80s, by the way. The late great Beano Cook. Tim Brando, still working on Fox Sports. Used to be ESPN, CBS Sports. And don't forget Bob Carpenter back in 1989. And in 1990, you're seeing right there, Chris Fowler, who's still calling games in college football back in 2014 on Saturday night games. Not only that, 2006 through 2009, or 10, I believe, during Thursday night games with Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit because of Mike Tirico on Thursday night in the 90s. Chris Fowler's been there on College Game Day with Lee Corso. Greg James out of SMU. Kirk Herbstreit out of Ohio State. So, the IU Hoosiers are good. Shout out to Lee Corso. Watching his team at his home state of Florida at home celebrate his team won a national championship in his lifetime. He finally got his wish at the age of 90 years old. What a legend. What a career. What a ride. Lee Corso has been my childhood ever since waking up on College Game Day. His headgear. Started off Ohio State in 96 against Penn State. Ohio State beat Penn State. And then this past season, yep, I know, August 30th, 2025, I'll give credit where credit is due. So, Indiana completes undefeated season and wins first national title being Miami. Yeah, you see it right there. And now, for the final time, before we get to college basketball and then the NFL playoffs. Fernando Mendoza bulldozed his way into the end zone, and India bullied its way into the history books earlier tonight, toppling Miami 27-21 to put the finishing touch on the rags to riches story, an undefeated season and a national title. Yeah, perfection. Have you ever watched the movie Hoosiers? Have you ever seen a movie Remember the Titans? Have you ever seen a movie Varsity Blues? Have you ever seen The Replacements? We Are Marshall is one of my favorite college football movies ever in my lifetime. Oh, The Invincible, Philadelphia Eagles story. Mark Wahlberg, Vince Papale. You need to see those sports movies. It's really good. It will bring your tears in your eyes, watering down, and it's going to raw emotions you. So, yeah. The Heisman Trophy winner finished 100. Yeah, we mentioned the stats, but it was his tackle-breaking, spew-out 12-yard touchdown run on 4th and 4 with 4th and 5 with 9:18 left, and that defined this game in the Hoosier season. Indiana will not be denied. Quote, I had to go airborne, said Mendoza, who had his lips spit. Yeah, I saw that. And his arm blooded by ferocious of Miami defense that sacked him 3 times and hit him many more. I will die for my team. Quote. Yeah, he wasn't backing down. He reminded me of Tim Tebow those days in 2000s. Like Braveheart, Mel Gibson. My parents watched that movie, Braveheart. They're my grandparents. So, I need to start watching that movie, Braveheart. I really, really do. I've seen the movie like a few times of Gladiator, Russell Crowe. My dad watches that movie. And, yeah. So, and by the way, Ryan Kennel, his very own diehard Purdue Boilermaker fan himself not happy because of IU won. But hey, my UConn Huskies beat them in the you-know-who's against Notre Dame. My UConn Huskies beat Notre Dame so bad because I decided to change the channel after the first 3 quarters. Because of the NBA on MLK Day, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, UConn beat them. So, hey, Ryan, get happy for that. And Steel Jacket, I'm sorry, man. It's not your day. It's not your day. Your Irish lost in women's basketball. Continue with this story. Mendoza skipped touchdown give turnaround artist Curt Cignetti's team with 24-14 lead, barely enough breathing room to hold off a French charge by hard-hitting Hurricanes who came to life in the second half behind 112 yards and two scores for Mark Fletcher's a touchdown, by the way, but never took the lead. Nope, they did not. Hasn't got the lead. The college football playoff trophy now heads to the most unlikely of places. Bloomington, Indiana. Assembly Hall was wild. You could have saw that over there if you've seen it on television. I can't show you on this video because due to copyright. I really don't. A campus that endured a nation-leading 100 Series 3 losses over 713 losses in college football. Look at the numbers. 719 losses, 46 ties, 529 wins, an all-time record. For the first time I've ever seen. I have never seen that before in college football. There's 6-11 in bowl, 3-1 in college football playoff. IU's a different team, by the way. It's a different college football team. It's a hell of a good team. 130 plus years of football before Cignetti arrived 2 years ago and to embark on a revival for the ages. Quote, took some chances, found a way. Let me tell you. We won the national championship at Indiana University. It can't be done. Coach Cignetti just said. Sorry about that. Indiana finished 16-0, using the extra games afforded by the expanded 12-team playoff to match the perfect season win total last comply by 1894 Yale Bulldogs and 2019 North Dakota State Bisons in the FCS. North Dakota State Bisons is still the FCS. I don't need to get to that again on Wikipedia. I already showed you since my last video during the preview. In a fitting bit of symmetry, this undefeated title comes 50 years after Bob Knight's, the late great Bobby Knight's basketball team went 32-0 and to win it all in that state's favorite sport, 1975-76. That is so true. Yes, 1975-76 Indiana Hoosiers basketball. You might want to see basketball. And we'll get back to that. Right there, 1975-76 Indiana Hoosiers. And this is the last time they have been perfect. Right there. Bob Knight's 5th season. Yes, assistant coach Bob Dunwald and Bob Well. A lot of Bobs and Captain Quinn Buckner. Yes, Quinn Buckner from CBS Sports. He was the captain of the team back in the early days in the 90s, mid days in the 90s, with Pal Bryan. With Pal Bryan in college basketball on CBS Sports. If you have noticed Pal Bryan, you might want to search yourself on Google. Yeah. Because I know history. I know history. So, and that's broadcasting career right there. ESPN, NBC, and then CBS Sports. 1990 with Kevin Harlan on the Timberwolves, then the Cavs. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, 1975-76. And then Scott May was the team. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. And then former NBA players as well. Former college to NBA players. Yes, they went 32-0. And who did they beat in 1975-76? Good question. Good question. Number 9 Michigan Wolverines, 86-68. They went undefeated. And tonight, football has done it. That hasn't happened since, and there's already some thought of that college football in its evolving money-soaked era might not see a team like this again. Either, whatever you want to call it. Players like Mendoza transferred from Cal, who grew up just a few miles away from Miami's campus, to you. Certainly don't come around affording. 2 4-down gambles by Cignetti in the fourth quarter after Fletcher's second touchdown carved in the Hurricanes' deficit to 3 and put Mendoza in possession to shine. And then the first was a 19-yard completion to Charlie Becker on the back shoulder fade. Those two guys have been perfecting all season. Fernando Mendoza is ready to go in the NFL, by the way. He's going to be the number 1 overall pick in the Las Vegas Raiders. If he decides. That's up to him. He's ready to go. 4 plays later came in the decision and played that wins championships. Cignetti sent a kicker out on 4th and 4 from the 12, but quickly called his second timeout. The team huddled on the field, and the coach drew up a quarterback draw, hoping the Hurricanes will be in the defense they have shown before. Quote, "We rolled the dice and said they're going to be at it again. They're going to be in at it. They're going to be in at it again. At it again." And they were, Cignetti said. "We blocked it well. He broke a tackle or two. He got in the end zone. For sure, he just blocked it." Known as run the first guy, Mendoza slipped one tackle and then took a hit and spun around. He kept his feet and then left him, going horizontal and stretching the ball out. And ready made poster pick for the title run straight from the movies. That could come to Disney's movie. Maybe the Disney movies could change everything. Maybe it's on Disney. Well, Disney Pictures, for sure. Maybe they'll call it Hoosiers 2.0. This was a program so bad that coach wants the game early take a picture of the scoreboard when it reads Indiana 7, Ohio State 6, and the Hoosiers lost 47-7. Can you imagine that story? This year, though, they beat Ohio State in the Big Ten title game on their way to the top seed in the playoff. Yep, and their revenge, too, a season ago. Ever since. They won their first 2 games over there at Columbus, by the way, by the combined score of 94-25, and Mendoza threw more touchdown passes, 8, and then incompletions, 5. This one was nowhere near as easy. And we're almost done. Fletcher was one force hitting triple digits for the 3rd time in the 4 playoff games and turning the molar ball offense into something much more. His first touchdown run was a 57-yard burst through the right side of the pole. Miami within 10-7 early in the 3rd quarter. But after forcing an Indiana punt deep into Miami territory, Hoosiers lineman Macaulay Kamara slid past the Canes' protectors and blocked the kick. Isaiah Jones recovered to make it a 17-7, and Miami was in the comeback mode the rest of the way. And it almost came, but not enough. And then as a one-score game, and the Canes, the visiting team playing on their home field, move into Indiana territory before Carson Beck's hot heave got picked off by Jamari Sharp. Yep, you knew that. A Miami native who made sure the only miracle in the season would be Indiana's. Quote, I think something like this was possible? Probably not, Cignetti said. But if you keep your nose down and keep working, anything's possible. Can you imagine they're going to make a sketch on Saturday Night Live? Can you imagine that? Yeah, it's gonna happen. They're gonna make a Saturday Night Live sketch ever since 1981-82 Super Bowl when Eddie Murphy played as the Bengals receiver, and then John Madden was the coach. No, was the reporter. Yeah, that is hilarious. And look at this, our first Big Ten title since we already know the story. Indiana made history this season in college football. And now, guys, and that's when IU scored a touchdown. 1 yard. And that is the dude, Riley Wachowski, the tight end. And we're going to go to file stats for IU. And that missed field goal went on a doink. On the middle of the right, doink. Under 26 seconds left. 33 seconds left. And then the Canes ran 57 yards, we tell you that. No one could stop him on IU's defense. They wake him up. And then a block punt touchdown on Indiana Hoosiers. We told you that. Because I was listening on ESPN radio and on ESPN television, main telecasts. Sean Mendoza, Greg McElroy on the radio, and Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit on my television. And then IU scored a touchdown. The game wasn't over. Mark Fletcher scored his second touchdown to start the fourth quarter. Under 14:57 left to go. And then IU, Fernando Mendoza's Heisman moment. 4th down. After that pass on Charlie Becker, within 10:55 to go, he caught it again. On 4th and 5. Yeah, it was 4th and 4. Okay, I was wrong. And then the Canes were not done because they had a 41-yard pass on Malachi Tony. He caught it. It was not over. And then passing touchdown. A 22 pass. And then once again, Charlie Becker once again on 3rd and 7 since that 4 and 5, he caught it again. And then the field goal was good, but the ball was picked off. What? Yeah, there he is. Intercepted. INT. That was it, guys. That was it. What a moment. What a season it was for Miami Hurricanes. I'll give credit where credit is due. Congratulations to the Canes. Had a remarkable season, but congrats to IU. Another great season. Well, first time they did it after last season. He's finished 3,349 passing yards. 90.2 on quarterback ratings. He's finished first. 6 picks, 41 passing touchdowns. But his rushing, we're going to get to that right now. On full splits, because he's done too much of his game. But I might get to social media reaction. Maybe. Just maybe. I'm watching the Big Ten Network. He's a born Miami native. I mean, he's done too much on September on passing. And then second quarters, he's done too much of that. He's got more numbers than other quarters. And this season, at home, 2,143 passing yards. Away, 1,206 passing yards. I mean, the kid's unstoppable. The kid is unstoppable on during goal. 100. He was 7 for 7. 7 for 7. He never stops. He never stops. That's him. He's your Heisman Trophy winner. But this season, 284 rushings. He's got 6 touchdowns. Very, very impressive numbers than Cal. But this is IU's legacy. One of Heisman Trophy moments. I'm so happy for them. I'm so proud. And happy birthday to Selma Mijares, number 24. Hope you enjoy watching tonight's game and this video. Shout out to you, to my bestie, Ami Mizumo 2.0, the bubble spray. So, man, a lot of reaction on Fernando Mendoza. The kid just let his emotions. It's his emotions of college football. But here on Blue Sky over there, and Shaw Franchise 6 says that if Miami has a quarterback in the pipeline to pair with Tony next year, they will be back. Mark my words. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. And this one, the moment he became him. It's pretty simple. I win. Google me. We got an Indiana championship before Half-Life 3. Yeah, we still did. And the whole damn state of Indiana, except Purdue and South Bend, is up for damn grabs. The party will go on till God knows when. And I said it myself. Fernando Mendoza, no question about it. He will be filling over Kirk Herbstreit's seat in the next 2 decades of college. He could be, especially College Game Day, and hopefully filling in as a college commentary once Chris Fowler or Sean McDonough hangs his career up. I have a feeling it could be Bob Wischusa, or it could be Mike Monaco, it could be Dave Flemings, it could be Mark Jones, maybe. Joe Testator, maybe. It's just, yeah, as I said, not today, boss, not today. Man. And this is the Heisman Trophy moment. Yes. That is your Heisman Trophy moment. So, yeah, my reaction, you have got to be kidding me. Yes. Good heavens. So, yeah. What a game. What a game. And that championship trophy gear is Ari. Okay, and there he is. 3 consecutive Big Ten titles. Michigan, cheaters. Ohio State, no cheaters at all. IU, no cheaters at all. Perfect. Perfect. So, congratulations to the Indiana Hoosiers. I didn't expect them to go all the way, but look where they are. They finally did. Fresno State up next. No. Not even close in the Pac-12. No. Penn State will make it 4. No. Without James Franklin and the new head coach coming up? No. Not going to happen. Michigan counts. Nope. Asterisk. It has an asterisk. Try again, son. Try again. Once the NCAA finds out, yeah, it's going to strip them away. And we cannot wait. We cannot wait. Because they cheated. Yeah, they did. Sign stealing. The NCAA princess says otherwise so. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. I don't know about Oregon next year. I don't think they will. I don't think they will. No. The Indiana Hoosiers are a bunch of happy campers. He's smiling. What a moment for Curt Cignetti. Look at what it means. I hope we get to see Mendoza and Herships back in the Super Bowl one day. I can highly doubt that. I can highly doubt that. So happy for Indiana. First time in school history and going to 6-0. Feel bad for Miami as well. I feel bad too, but as a Longhorns fan, got the last laugh ever since. Because they beat us in 1991 on Cotton Bowl. But we're going to face them in the future. We will face them. Texas A&M fans are happy. Ohio State fans are happy. Ole Miss fans are happy to see Miami go down. And Florida State and Florida are happy because they hate their rivals. FAU, highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. Except men's basketball. Oh, because UConn beat him 3 years ago. He smiled. Yeah. It's Curt Cignetti. The guy knows how to win coaching resume. And it's not loading, by the way. So I'm ready to get out of here, guys, because Indiana Hoosiers, man, national champion in college football. I'm just very, very glad. So there you go, folks. That's your final score, 27-21. Your thoughts on this on the comment section down below. Smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, ring that bell notifications, and share this video out there. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what a night. And right there, history has made. It's a great year. Ever since Curtis Rogue went to CFL, but hey, at least you're good, IU. At least you're good. You finally got your quarterback, the right man, the right guy. But all's well and ends well. They finally did it, guys. They finally did. So have a good night. Congratulations to the Indiana Hoosiers, and we'll see ya tomorrow on over there on Blue Sky. Tanami Rewind Throwbacks. Because I'm going to be posting over there. So, yeah, y'all can check me out over there on Blue Sky. So, peace, I'm out. Until the next time.